Lambeau Field, joined by Ellie French and Fox 11 Sports Director Ryan Wing. We have
we can't
an hour
anything,
10.
Ryan, you're tall. There we go.
Get my gloves out of the way here. There we go. How's that? Better?
That's what I had him do it. He's tall, so.
It's cold, all right? It's getting colder. It's still not terrible. We got about an hour, 10 minutes till kickoff. Packers have won 6 straight home Monday Night Football games. Not 8, like I just said. I wanted to correct myself.
He didn't say 8. He said 6-5. It's fine.
So you thought Eagles. I honestly was going to pick the Eagles until I saw that stat. And it's like, that's not nothing.
No, it's not. It's not a bad choice, let's say, to pick the Packers, because I think everyone doesn't know what to expect from this Packers team, from the body of work we've seen from them this season. I know they just lost to the Panthers. It wasn't pretty. But they very well could come out and win against the Eagles tonight, and it wouldn't surprise anyone just because there has been so much inconsistency with this team.
Yeah, Matt Steinman said I thought really well in our first hit during the 5 o'clock show. He goes, this team is so unpredictable. You have no idea. Like, we didn't think they were going to come out and lay an egg against the Panthers, and they did. Yeah. They demolished the Lions week 1. We didn't know how they were going to look. They looked great. That was their best game of the year. They played well against the Steelers. I wouldn't be surprised if they play well tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if they struggled again tonight.
Yeah, and I know that the terminology for last week's game against the Panthers was, is this a trap game, because of the fact they had this big Monday Night Football game against, the Eagles, who they lost to twice last season. Maybe there was a little bit of that. But I think it's more so just the Panthers did have a really good game plan to come out. Yeah. And the Packers just came out flat.
Yeah, and I think trap game is when you have 2 wins. They had 5 wins. Then they just had a trap game of their own against the Saints and lost. Yeah. But let's talk about that, because they had so many opportunities.
I think we're sideways.
Yeah, see, this is a different
I'll hold. It's okay. Just want to make everyone have to turn their head. There we go.
There, see, that's better.
Yeah.
The Packers they struggled so much in the red zone last week, which is something they don't usually do.
Yeah, they were, and that was a huge pro for the team. I feel like in the start of the season, why they were being so successful is because they were doing so well in the red zone and scoring touchdowns. But yeah, that played a huge part in that loss last week, and that is not something they can afford to do against this Eagles team. And we saw that in the game against Brazil. I mean, that was a back and forth contest.
Yeah, that was high scoring too, 34-29.
They came out, they were fired up. That's exactly what they have to do tonight. And I kind of expect them to be, because of the fact that they are home. They don't have to play them in Brazil. They don't have to play them in Philadelphia.
I'm intrigued to see, does Matt LaFleur take the ball if they win the toss and be like, hey, we need to go. They won't have Matthew Golden. He's inactive. But Dontavian Wicks is back. He has missed the last 2 games. Nate Hobbs is still out. Lucas Van Ness is still out. But a key inactive for the Eagles, and I'm not talking Jair Alexander or A.J. Dillon, is center Cam Jurgens. Yeah. Their starting center's out. We know how good Philly's offensive line is. It's the engine for this entire thing. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see, can Colby Wooden, can Rashawn Gary, can Micah Parsons, when he lines up over the center, wreak some havoc.
Yeah, and what's interesting, from doing some research, I think it was Jalen Hurts has been sacked, I believe, 23 times so far this season. That's the 3rd most of any quarterback in the league so far this season. So there's an opportunity there for this Packers pass rush to try to get to Hurts. I know that the O-line is good. There are a lot of guys there. But 23 sacks, I mean, there's a chance for them to take an opportunity in that tonight.
And this Eagles team isn't, at least as of this point right now, I don't think they're as good as last year's Eagles team was. That team was dominant, especially in the postseason. Yeah. But you have to slow it on Saquon. Saquon's the start, and listen, we know what everybody's talking about. It's the tush push. Yeah. How many times is Philly going to run it, because the Packers are the ones that brought it to the NFL?
I think they're going to run it every opportunity they have in short yardage situation. I mean, maybe there's a little bit of extra oomph to it because of the fact that the Packers were the team that the league office approached about proposing the ban. There might be a little bit, but it's also what they do. They've been doing it. They've run it, I say successfully, because I know that there's a lot of talk that it could actually potentially get banned in this offseason because of the officiating aspect of it. It's becoming hard for officials to be able to see because of how many bodies are up there to see those false starts that are happening. And Tyler Sheen, their right guard, when I was watching, he's false started 3 times when you look back at the film of them doing the tush push. So officials aren't seeing that, and that could be why, as opposed to in the offseason, it was more the safety aspect of it. It's more so, if it's the officiating aspect of it, you can really see that.
I agree. And if I'm not mistaken, the Packers are actually one of the better teams against defending it. I believe they've actually stopped it at least once every year that they've played them.
I think it was in the Brazil game they did.
They did there. I know they did. I think they did last year in the playoff game too. One thing I want to touch on is one thing they said about how do you stop the tush push. They said don't let them get in that scenario. Because the thing is, they'll run it on 3rd and 2. They'll run it on 4th and 1. They'll run it. Didn't they run it like 4 straight plays earlier this year?
Well, and this is the thing that also was mentioned is you got to be aware of the fake tush pushes too, because they know everyone's wanting to run it now, and they know that guys are obviously, a lot of guys are up front trying to stop it. But that's why Xavier McKinney also mentioned, he's like, I'm not going to be up there. That's for the big fellas to handle. He's like, I got to be in the back just in case they try to do a fake, which they did. I know Saquon
scored a touchdown on one.
Yeah, against the Buccaneers.
It's impossible to stop.
So,
Well, game time is at 7:15. Ellie and I will break it all down for you on Good Day Wisconsin tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching our Fox 11 YouTube page.
I can stop his gloves on. I don't think I can. Okay.
Yep. See, it's cold and it makes life difficult. Goodbye.
Bye.